Thank you, Democrats. Are the tweets and the Facebook, they were huge last night about this convention, about the energy here, about all the parties. I was reading them all last night. I understand you all had a good time. And you know, we Democrats work hard, but we also play hard. Who would ever thought Eric and I dancing up here on stage, Reggie showing his nice looking legs, and John Burton shaking his booty up here. I mean, do we not have fun? Thank you so much for all the unsung heroes out there. Buenos dias, demócratas. You have no idea how excited and proud I am to be here with so many of my close and dear friends who make up this great California Democratic Party. How many delegates are here for the very first time? Please stand up. Welcome. Once you're in, you can't get out, only by death. So that's it, you're in. Let's welcome all these dedicated men and women to the first California Democratic Convention. Thank you. I'd like to start off with an old saying that reads, if you want to run fast, then run alone. But if you want to endure and go the distance, then run with others. There is a lot of truth to that. We as Democrats leave, and we don't leave anyone behind. We run together, we look out for others who might need a bit of help during difficult times, and as a result, we endure and we go the distance. Together, we accomplish amazing things, like electing a Democratic president who puts people first. Now, I understand that some of you don't agree with every single thing our president does, but he is a trailblazer. He has fought for us, and now he needs us to fight for him. We need to work together to keep him in the White House, to fulfill the promises that have not been accomplished in a single term due to the ongoing efforts to fix the mess the previous administration left our country in. For a moment, imagine what a President Santorum would do for women's rights to choose. Imagine what a President Romney would do to advance civil rights. Imagine what a President Trump would do for workers' rights. There is only President Obama, or our choice is embracing the failed promises of a party that lives in the past. We Democrats have gone the distance to hold back the governor's office from a Republican Party who neglected its obligations and duty to safeguard and protect the people of this great state. And we've elected officials here to office who champion workers' rights, health care reform, and see the diversity in all of us as something beautiful and powerful that should be cherished and preserved. The real strength of the Democratic Party is that we run together and we dig deep to do the work that needs to be done. Right, San Diego? And united, we make a difference, and together we will endure. With that said, we must recognize there's a lot of work still to be done, both in Washington and here at home in California. Work that has been exemplified by our own young Democrats, who were not only instrumental in sweeping Democrats to victory in 2008, but also stemming the national blood flow here in California in 2010. We took the White House and we solidified control of Congress in 2008, thanks to the young people answering the call to participate. By the same token, our California Young Dems continued their great work from 2008 and defended our state in 2010. What other state in the nation has done that? Who did that in 2010? No other state. Only California did this, and only California can boost and boast the activism of young Democrats like ours who will continue their championing efforts in the victory and take us to victory in 2012. Thank you, young Dems. Together, sharing their momentum, we need to continue to get out everyone in all our communities throughout the state, not just in the blue regions, but in the red districts as well. We must continue to promote democratic values in every inch of the state and help empower our brothers and sisters in Latino, African American, the Asian Pacific Islander, the Native American, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender communities, and so on. We need to identify and connect with the thousands of new voters in our diverse California communities who will be going to the polls for the first time. Remember that. And that's a very scary feeling. I can tell you that as an adult that became a citizen at 20-some years old. That first time is very, very intimidating. So let's help them as they become our new voters in this state. Voter populations that include Latinos who had more than a 27% population increase from the year 2000 to 2010 census count, and which continues to grow. We as a party need to place great attention on reaching out and retaining them as loyal Democrats. Just because Republicans drive these new voters away doesn't mean they're driving them to us. We must work harder than ever to deliver our message of hope if these new citizens and new voters are to join us. Let's continue to embrace and encourage their participation. It strengthens our democracy and it strengthens our Democratic Party. This is our challenge. Are we ready? Everybody in the back over there, are we ready? Many of you know I come from the House of Labor, and I must thank you, Wisconsin legislators, for being so courageous and setting the stage for us to stand so proudly with you. What's happening in Wisconsin is troubling, it's unconscionable, and it's un-American. Wisconsin has become a laboratory for right-wing experimentation and busting unions. And if they succeed there, they will take it everywhere. We all know how susceptible California is to the initiative process. The time is to start defending now and defending labor and fighting this un-American, anti-worker agenda that doesn't start when the GOP qualifies a ballot initiative. The fight started long ago. And if you're not standing with labor on this, you can just kiss our party goodbye. If we don't stand for defending the rights and dreams of workers, then what do we represent? Will we continue to allow the current Republican class warfare, the attack on the middle class? Hell no. This is a battle we are going to win. And lastly, I cannot express enough how proud I am of two very important things. First, my brothers and sister activists who made thousands and thousands of calls and raised the money from labor to combat this ongoing attack. And secondly, of having the honor of serving, as I said before, on State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tom Torlickson's transition team to seek to improve this great state's educational system, because that's our future, to one of the best in the country, a team that promotes the importance of encouraging our fine college graduates to enter the honorable field of teaching, as many of our teachers here in this that will retire, and we will bring up these new kids to be students and new teachers, and they will be the future of California. The road is long, and there's a lot of work in front of us, and we must continue to run together, and if we do, I know without a doubt we will continue to accomplish amazing things that only we as Democrats can accomplish. And before I leave this stage, I want to thank all our unsung heroes out in the audience, because you really are the heroes of this this wonderful party. And I want to thank Greg Larkins, because it was Greg Larkins that, with his leadership back in Sacramento, started to build the foundation with labor and this great Democratic Party to win the Allison Huber race, Joan Buchanan, and then Richard Pan. And we're going to take that now to the north and to the south, and all of us are going to start winning more and more of those districts. We're going to run the Republicans out. In fact, the Republican caucus chair told me we're becoming extinct. And yes, you are. You're becoming extinct in this party. Thank you so much. ¿Se puede? Thank you so much for everything you all do.